Hello everyone! Thank you for watching this video. This actually is my last one for this year and I'll be back on next month. And a great way to end this year out is by doing a video on Sarah Jakes Roberts' book, Don't Settle for Safe. Here you go. This has been such an amazing book to read. And if you don't know, Sarah is Bishop T.D. Jakes' daughter. And she also pastors with her husband, Toure. And they are pastors of, I think it's Potter House. Yeah, I'm saying it right. Potter House of One Church LA and Potter House in Denver. And if you have time, please go check their messages out. They are such excellent ministers of the Word of God. Like every time I listen to either Sarah's message or Toure's message, I always get a word from God. I always just leave encouraged. After watching their videos, I just feel encouraged and inspired to go on and do the things that God has for me. Now I'm about to give you my reflections. I actually wanted to pick this book up because I'm at the point in this life that I just want to just go forward in my life. I do not want to be this shy girl. I truly want to be the person that God has made me to be. It's almost like I just want to break out. Just break out this shell, break out this old mindset, because I know there's more for me in my life. I know that I'm not living up to the potential that God's placed inside me. So I got this book just to help me along, to help my mindset, and to help me get on that path to become unstoppable. Her first chapter in her book is No More Excuses. And one thing I want to point out is she was talking about clothes that don't fit anymore. And she was giving an example of one of her daughters of how she was holding on to old clothes, but she couldn't fit those anymore. She outgrew them and she had to get some new ones. And she was using that example of us today, how we outgrown certain things. Like we're still trying to hold on to our past way of thinking, our old way of doing things, but they do not fit anymore. They are not capable of going to where we need to go. They're not capable of taking us to that place that we need to go in the future. So we have to share those things off. And for me, I know I need a complete mind change, because the things that I want to do on next year and the things that God has me for my future, it means just completely shedding off the old Shakur. The old Shakur just cannot go. Her way of doing things, her way of thinking cannot go. The next chapter I want to reflect on is connecting with God. God wants a real, authentic relationship with all of us. And for me, my uncomfortable spot is just being open and honest with God all the time. Now, there's sometimes I do it. Sometimes I'm afraid to talk to God about my issues or just be honest, just in fear of God not liking me, not talking to me, feel like I have to always be perfect, but that's not what God wants from me. He wants the real Shakur. He wants a real relationship. And that's with you too as well. And that is an uncomfortable spot for me. And I don't know what your uncomfortable spot is. You may have all these assumptions about God. You have to act a certain way, talk a certain way. But when you start to connect with God, you start to just open up. You start to just be yourself. And that's what He wants. And especially if we have past wounds and things we want to get over, we have to connect with God. He has to help us to walk through those things that hurt us, to help us to walk through the healing process, forgiveness process. We need to connect with Him. Now, the last chapter that I want to talk about is purpose. Now, I want to read one sentence out of here that really just stuck with me. When something on the inside of you connects with what's happening outside of you, it is a sign that a portion of your life is a part of the solution. A purpose is just for you to solve a problem. You're an answer to a problem in this world. It's not about you being famous. And I love what T.D. Jakes said one time. He said there are a lot of people that are famous that are not great. And there are a lot of people that are great, but they are not famous. Because you can be just famous for nothing. But great people are people that answer the world's problems. So if there's something inside of you that that, every time, it comes up, whether it's be single parents or whether it be the topic of drugs, or where it's the just, them minister people who, that have been through crack houses, or it could just be even for men, trying to be a mentor to young men, anything in this world that just speaks to you, that actually could just be your purpose. That's what you're supposed to be answering. You're supposed to be giving your time to that, serving in that ministry. So just answer your purpose, fulfill your purpose. Somebody needs what God has placed inside of you. So before I end this video, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for everybody that watched my videos, whether you like, comment, or shared. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for supporting my channel. I have some new things that I'm going to be creating on next year, so I can't wait to share that with you. And also, I want to share one last thing. There's a message that I have my link, and this message is by Toure Roberts, that's Sarah's husband, and he talks about the power of rest. You guys, I've been in grad school since summertime, and I haven't had really a break between my classes. And I also been trying to work on my book because I have a little bit over 2 months until it comes out. And also I work full time. I'm a single mother of a very active 4-year-old, which he's going to be 5 on Saturday. And I've just been, just been busy, so I'm actually drained. So I need this rest. And sometimes we could just work so hard. We could just work and grind every day, but we don't take time out to actually listen for God's voice or listen to the direction that He wants us to go. Because we can be going off old plans. And God has plans for us that He wants us to go off of now. New season. Calls for new things. So I'm trying to prepare myself. There are things I want to do 2018 that I got before the Lord. So I'm trying to prepare myself, just to rest my mind, my body, my spirit. You guys, listen to that message because it truly did inspire me. This book inspired me. Go and get it. This is a great read as we are about to approach 2018. Because you do not want to go to 2018 with the same mindset like you have in years past. Let's embrace the uncomfortable, become unstoppable. So I'm going to see you guys on next month. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I love you. Bye.